Neighborhood diamonds. Represent diamonds in the rough for a while.
The meaning behind this Just Keep Shining project, it is the aftermath of losing my father and becoming a father in the same year. As tough of a year I had in 2024, right after I had my son. It really put me in I caught a wave of inspiration, a wave of motivation, and it made me fall in love with rapping again. So when it comes to the music, it's me not thinking, just going with pure emotion, pure energy. And I feel like that's a dedication to my pops, who really was a hip hop purist and really loved the art form, and same as myself. And I wouldn't say that I ever got away from it, but as you grow and as you build as an artist, your job is to find different things and different ways to expand your artistry. And I feel like with this one, the goal is just to rap. That's it. It's just to rap. It's just to put it to pen to paper and gas it. And that's my focus. Just Keep Shining is a mantra that I really started to say to myself after 2024 and losing my father. It was like, if I can't control anything else, because my life in a lot of ways has been out of control, and if I felt out of control in it, and so I'll tell myself, just keep shining, as a reminder to, like, no matter what goes on in my life, no matter what I may be going through, that is one thing I can control, is to just keep shining. Hey, I'm that diamond that keeps shining when them lights turn off. Murder on my mind, but it's some lines that I won't ever cross. Fantasize about everything I lost, everything I gained, outweighs the pain. I guess that was the cost. Nothing's free, how could it be? When everybody want a piece to get ahead, you gotta cheat. They selling hope, I'm selling grief, not trying to preach. I'm no church.
My name is Giles, better known as Sir Giles. From Oakland, California. I am a producer, engineer, and I own a production company by the name of House of Vibes. What separates Bryce from previous artists I've worked with before, number one, is being coachable. Allowing me to play the role that I'm here to play. So if I'm here to engineer, then to give critiques when it comes to engineering. If I'm here to produce, then to give some critiques in the side of producing. That's the biggest key when trying to work in the space of music or art in any way, shape, or form. Whatever lane that you're in, is being able to coach someone and be coached, and to have just a understanding of what the goal is, what the mission is, and if everybody on the same page, then it makes the process 10 times easier.
We are currently reporting live from Neighborhood Diamond Studios in Worldwide, California. This is my creative space that was 100% created by my girlfriend. Shout out Miss Andrea. This is all her work. I didn't have no hands in it. She, created this space for me the top of 2024. And really it's just evolved into a space for me to really create and further grow my artistry. I went and got all new equipment at the top of the year right after she created everything, and it's been a godsend. Like, this is a space that I can really call my own. I can honestly say Andrea is the first woman that I've been with who fully accepted me for who I am. And what I mean by that is that I'm an artist at heart. Being with Andrea, it really feels safe and feels at home. Like, she gives me the space to create, but also knows when to reel me back in, because this artistry journey can be very tunnel vision, very time and energy consuming. And to be honest, when I'm in this space, nothing else matters. And I think being with her, she's taught me to not only stand in that, but find different ways to expand it, to be more expansive and reimagining my dreams and my goals and my visions. And that's something that we talk about a lot. She not only understands what it is that I'm doing, but she adds to it. She sees the value in what I'm doing, and she has, similar interests, not in the artistry space specifically, but community that's big and important to her. And so having somebody like on my side, who really cares and understands and who gets it, obviously you wouldn't create a studio for somebody if you didn't see the vision, or you didn't really understand. And so that gives me the drive to keep going. Like, she's a strong one of my biggest supporters, and I love her for more than obviously just this, but that's one of the things that I love her most for is understanding, and giving me grace and giving me, direction when necessary, because it's not easy being with a creative, as she said. Got started in music, doing music, man, it's been as long as I feel like I can even remember. My mom told me that my uncle, he was a rapper in the Bay Area, shout out, rest in peace, G-Nut. And he was like, rapping to me as a young Tyler before I could even speak. And I would just like light up, just, excitement. And so I feel like that seed in terms of like doing music was planted at a young age. I think it started really actually recording probably middle school. Me and my cousin G Molly, we started, we lived together, we raised the brothers, and we had a karaoke machine, and so we started from there. And then I think just every step of the way we just kind of leveled up and kind of continued to pursue it. I think for me, as a kid and even as a young adult, it took a while for me to like really accept like this is my path, this is my gift. I feel like I had so many other things that I was focused on, school, basketball, and I think I really started to like see, okay, I have something here, something special. It wasn't until I started college at Howard, freshman year, stepped on campus, and that was just like a breeding ground, I always say, for like really like doing music and entertainment. And I saw that, and I felt like, I had something to add to it. And so that, that just something that stuck with me. That's something that stuck with me for my whole life. It's something that I enjoy doing. It's something that I love doing. And I've always had a passion for music. And I feel like, furthermore, that's how I communicate with the world, And to come up here, I like to say this is my rehearsal space. I would come up here and work on music, listen to music, and I always felt like when I was up here, or when I'm up here creating music or writing music, the world is my stage. So I really just use this spot as a very spiritual ground. I come up here to watch the sunrise, watch the sunset, no matter what I was gonna do. If I felt good rehearsing or reciting my songs here, I knew I had something special. This bad boy right here is all I need. I don't have the best handwriting, so it's hard for me to write. I did that early on when I was starting, but now, yeah, it's just all in the notes. So everything is in notes. I typically, once I kind of, feel inspired or whatever, open up the notes, start writing in it, leave it, go back to it, but everything is in the notes, in the notes section. So like I said before, I try to get to a point where I can have it memorized so I don't even have to look at it. But when I don't, or when I can't, the notes is my best friend, man. So shout out to the iPhone and everybody that does it the same way. Empty-handed, the best I demanded, respect I commanded, I set every standard, I left every answer and every answer. But that happens sometimes where I'm thinking about the next bar where I gotta stay and focus on the current bar. So that shit just staying present as possible. That's the only way I'm gonna be able to like deliver this shit. The credentials, I'm a player in the coach. Put me in the Hall of Fame. Tell them tally up the votes. Got my speech in my coat, so you know that I'm the GOAT. Savoy. Oh, that last part, fuck. That'd be the crazy part about this shit. Like, I spent weeks of rehearsing, and then you lock in, and this shit is quick and easy. Preparation, that shit is important. No thinking about it, just go. Just go. Put me in the Hall of Fame, tell them tally up the vote. Got my speech in my coat, so you know that I'm the GOAT. Savoy. I hope I said that last part.
I know, but I'm playing back anyway.
Bitch looking annoyed, I'm trailblazing be Roy. Before the knee blow out, I can't leave, no doubt. You know I gotta show out and never ever go out. Win, lose, or draw, run the fade, that's law. If you analyze my game, you won't find one flaw, and that's work. Yeah, I was supposed to say scars, that's what I wrote, but I said flaws, and it still fits. And so I think that's probably, I would say, my biggest challenge with this one is to not try to over perfect some shit. Like, cause like he said, I could do it again It's not energy. It's gonna be hard to replicate that same energy. I could punch in. That's gonna change it a little bit. So it's all good. Like people gonna listen to it, and like you said, from a consumer standpoint, it ain't gonna make a difference. And so maybe that's God wanted me to say. Like sometimes it just happens that way, or maybe the way that I'm saying it or rehearsing it, it sounds better. Like a lot of the shit with music, especially with rap, it's literally like a difference, a small margin of changing a word or replacing a word or adding a word so that it can flow how it needs to flow. So with this one in particular, it's just what I said, and I said it repeatedly. So that must mean that's what I was supposed to say, and I'm fine with that. A diamond in the rough who was never in a rush. The pressure made a gym. I remember every cut. Knew that I was him. I could feel it in my gut. Back when we was smoking purple, this shit used to have me shit. I set every standard. I left every answer and answered every call. I'm gonna rise till I fall. One more time. Damn. Can you turn up the beat a little bit? Yep. Made it through the struggles, now it's time to live. I got everything I wanted and so much to give. If it ain't right, it's wrong, that's what. Jesus, the SU days, I was going by Jesus. Always had a view, even when I had no clue. Ask about me worldwide, they gon' tell you I'm the truth, for real. If it ain't positive, then it's negative. All skin ain't your kin, shit is relative. Made it through the struggles, now it's time to live. I got everything I wanted and so much to give. If it ain't right, it's wrong, that's what we own. If it ain't right, it's wrong, that's what we own. If it ain't right, it's wrong, that's what we own. If it ain't right, it is wrong. Boy, Portis the boy, dedicated to all the people out there who are clutch. First and foremost, the mama himself, all the hoopers, all the entertainers, all the real hustlers, all the real women. Fourth quarter. That's what we're trying to write. The goal is to always be as self-reliant as possible with everything that I do, but also being able to, as I continue to grow, as I continue to build, work with people who are like-minded about and really care about the art form. I'm not somebody that cares about being famous. However, I do care about putting out the best body of work so that when I'm no longer here, my art will be a representation of who I am and what I do. When my son Zimri is old enough to see this and understand this, I want him to take away how important it is to chase your dreams. Unapologetically chase your dreams and passions, whatever that may be, and not letting up. I could have very easily, once he was born, took a step back, took a break, tried to do, but what God kept telling me, what my spirit kept telling me is it's time to go even harder and go even further. Yes, you have to shift and change how you do it, but don't never ever lose sight of your dreams if you believe in it and you're willing to put the work in. So that's something that I would want my son to get from this. Obviously, how much I love and care about him and this art form, and I believe I'm speaking into the universe that we'll have that same connection over hip hop that my dad and I had, his grandfather had. And I think that that's what I'm looking forward to. I'm reminded every time I step foot into this space, into the booth, that I have somebody that I need to really answer to and help guide and shape and mold along with his mother, his life. But I think that's the one thing I would want him to get from this, for sure.